What if I told you the superfood label on that $7 pint of blueberries is the greatest marketing heist in agricultural history? You've been told they're the gold standard of antioxidants, the brain booster, the ultimate health hack. But while you're paying premium prices for berries bred for shelf life rather than nutrition, there are ancient, untamed fruits growing in the ditches and backyards of the world that make the blueberry look like sugary water. The supplement industry wants you to buy their pills. The grocery giants want you to buy their plastic-wrapped, flavorless imports. But your ancestors didn't have a pharmacy, they had the hedgerow. They had berries that could survive a Siberian winter and still pack 10 times the vitamin C of an orange. These are the forgotten giants of nutrition, plants that grow in sub-zero freezes, alkaline clay, and salty coastal winds, where a blueberry bush would wither in a week. Stick around, because berry number 3 on our list contains a rare fatty acid found almost nowhere else in the plant kingdom, a holy grail for skin and cellular repair. Here are 13 superberries more nutritious than blueberries that grow virtually anywhere, starting now. Welcome to the channel where we reclaim the health secrets the modern food system left behind. If you're ready to turn your backyard into a literal life extension clinic, you're in the right place. Let's count them down, from the surprisingly hearty to the nutritionally nuclear. Number 13. Aronia Berry, the antioxidant king. You might know it as the black chokeberry. Most people walk right past these in landscaping because they don't taste like candy. But here is what the clinical data says. Aronia has one of the highest ORAC, or oxygen radical absorbance capacity scores, ever recorded. We're talking 3 times the antioxidant power of a blueberry. Aronia is a tank. It's hardy to zone 3, meaning it laughs at -35 degrees Fahrenheit. It isn't picky about soil and has 0 major pest issues. Because the berries are so dense with tannins, birds usually leave them alone until they ferment, giving you the full harvest. One bush can produce 10 pounds of fruit that stabilizes blood sugar and fights inflammation. For anyone tired of weak fruit, Aronia is the antioxidant king that rules the garden. Number 12. Honeyberry, the Siberian secret. Scientifically known as Lonicera caerulea, this is actually a species of edible honeysuckle. In Japan, they call it the berry of long life. While blueberries need very specific acidic soil, pH 4.5 to 5.5, honeyberries will grow in almost any dirt you give them. They are the first fruit to ripen in spring, often 3 weeks before strawberries. They contain high levels of anthocyanins, which protect your vascular system. The flavor is a cross between a raspberry and a blueberry, but with a zing that tells you it's packed with polyphenols. They don't need special fertilizers, they just need a cross-pollinator. For the gardener in a cold climate who can't grow blueberries, the honeyberry is the Siberian secret that delivers first. Number 11. Gummy berry, the nitrogen fixer. This is the plant the big fertilizer companies don't want you to know about. Most fruit bushes drain the soil of nutrients. The gummy, a relative of the autumn olive, actually pulls nitrogen from the air and pumps it into the ground through its roots. It feeds itself and everything around it. The fruit is a speckled red gem that tastes like a tart cherry when fully ripe. It's loaded with lycopene, the same heart-healthy compound found in tomatoes, but in a much more concentrated form. It's drought-tolerant, salt-tolerant, and grows in partial shade. If you want a berry that improves your land while it improves your health, the gummy is the miracle worker you've been looking for. Number 10. Elderberry, the viral shield. Before modern medicine, the elderberry was the medicine chest of the common people. While blueberries are great for your diet, elderberries are a tactical weapon for your immune system. They contain compounds that actually bind to viral spikes, preventing them from entering your cells. You can't eat them raw, but when simmered into a syrup, they provide a massive dose of vitamins A, C, and B6. They grow like weeds in wet ditches and waste ground. A single elderberry bush can grow 10 feet in 2 years. They are the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it health insurance policy. For anyone who wants a living pharmacy in their side yard, the elderberry is the viral shield that never fails. Number 9. Sea buckthorn, the Himalayan healer. This plant is a biological anomaly. It grows on the slopes of the Himalayas and the salt-sprayed coasts of the North Sea. It survives where other plants die. Here's the kicker. Sea buckthorn berries contain omega-3, 6, 9, and the incredibly rare omega-7 fatty acid. It is one of the only plants on Earth to provide all four. It has 12 times the vitamin C of an orange and more vitamin E than any other fruit. The berries are bright orange and have a citrus pineapple punch. The plant is thorny, making it a great privacy hedge, and it fixes nitrogen like the gumi. For a complete nutritional profile in a single berry, the sea buckthorn is the Himalayan healer that defies the odds. Number 8. Serviceberry, the forgotten native. Early American settlers waited for these berries to bloom as a sign that the ground had thawed enough to bury those who passed during the winter, hence the name serviceberry. Today, we plant them as ornamental street trees and ignore the fruit. That is a massive mistake. Serviceberries or June berries look like blueberries but taste like a mix of blueberry and almond. Nutritionally, they have higher levels of protein, calcium, and fiber than the blueberry. They grow as a tree or a shrub and are native to almost every state in the U.S. They don't need acidic soil, they don't need pampering. For the urban forager, the serviceberry is the gourmet superfood hiding in plain sight. Number 7. Goji berry, the longevity vine. In the Ningxia province of China, there are more centennials than almost anywhere else on Earth. Their secret? The goji berry. While you pay $20 for a small bag of dried, shriveled gojis at the health food store, you could be growing them on your fence. Goji berries are a complete protein source, containing 18 amino acids. They are a powerhouse for eye health, containing more beta-carotene than carrots. The plant is a sprawling vine that produces thousands of bright red berries from midsummer until the first hard frost. They are virtually indestructible once established. For anyone looking to grow their way to 100, the goji berry is the vine of longevity. Number 6. Mulberry, the blood sugar regulator. We mentioned the mulberry as a fence, but as a superberry, it is unmatched. Most fruit is high in sugar, which can spike insulin. But mulberry leaves and fruits contain DNJ, or 1-deoxynogerenamide, a compound that actually slows the breakdown of sugars in the gut. It's a diabetic-friendly fruit. White mulberries have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for millennia to treat inflammation and cool the blood. They grow into massive trees that provide gallons of fruit for free. No chemicals, no maintenance, just pure blood-stabilizing nutrition. For a fruit that protects you from its own sweetness, the mulberry is the intelligent choice. Number 5. Black currant, the forbidden fruit. For nearly a century, black currants were banned in the United States because they were thought to spread a fungus that killed timber. That ban was a nutritional tragedy. One serving of black currants has 4 times the vitamin C of an orange and double the antioxidants of a blueberry. They contain GLA, or gamma-linolenic acid, an essential fatty acid that is usually only found in expensive evening primrose oil supplements. They love the cold and thrive in damp, heavy soils. The flavor is intense, earthy, and unmistakable. Now that the ban is lifted in most states, black currant is reclaiming its throne. For anyone who wants the forbidden edge in their diet, this is the heavy hitter. Number 4. Buffalo berry, the Great Plains powerhouse. Native to the harsh prairies of North America, the buffalo berry was a staple for the indigenous people who lived where nothing else grew. Recent studies from the Journal of Food Science found that buffalo berries actually contain more lycopene and antioxidants than many of the commercially famous superfoods. They are incredibly tart until hit by a frost, which turns them into sweet, tart flavor bombs. The plant is a rugged, silvery shrub that can handle extreme wind and poor alkaline soil. It's a nitrogen fixer that thrives on neglect. For the gardener in the Dust Bowl regions where nothing survives, the buffalo berry is the powerhouse that persists. Number 3. Rose hips, the vitamin C bomb. During World War II, when citrus imports were cut off, the British government organized mass harvests of rose hips to prevent scurvy in children. Why? Because rose hips contain up to 50 times the vitamin C of an orange by weight. They also contain high levels of galactolipids, which have been clinically proven to reduce joint pain and stiffness better than some over-the-counter meds. You don't need a special berry bush for these. Just grow a rugosa rose. It's a thorny, beautiful hedge that produces massive hips every fall. For anyone who wants healthy joints and a bulletproof immune system, the rose hips are the survivalist's secret. Number 2. Autumn olive, the invincible antioxidant. The USDA once paid people to plant these for erosion control. Now they call them invasive. But while the government tries to kill them, health researchers are stunned. Autumn olive berries contain 17 times more lycopene than tomatoes. 17 times! They grow in the worst soil imaginable, highway medians, abandoned mines, and gravel pits. They produce so much fruit the branches literally bend to the ground. If you have a brown thumb and can't keep a cactus alive, you can grow autumn olive. It is the most illegal levels of nutrition you can find in a plant that the world considers a weed. For the ultimate rebel superfood, the autumn olive is king. Number 1. Schisandra berry, the 5-flavor fruit. This is it, the complete package. In Russia and China, Schisandra is classified as an adaptogen, a substance that helps the body resist physical and mental stress. It is known as the 5-flavor fruit because it hits every taste bud: salty, sweet, sour, pungent, and bitter. Schisandra doesn't just have antioxidants, it has lignans that specifically protect the liver and sharpen the mind. It's been used by hunters and athletes for centuries to increase endurance. It's a beautiful climbing vine that produces clusters of ruby red berries. It's hardy, it's beautiful, and it provides a level of cognitive and physical performance that no blueberry could ever match. For the person who wants their garden to be a high-performance fuel station, Schisandra is the undisputed number 1. The supermarket industry relies on your ignorance. They want you to believe that superfoods are exotic imports that come in expensive packaging. But the truth is, the most powerful medicine on the planet is probably growing in your neighbor's fence line or waiting to be planted in your backyard. Our ancestors didn't need a health and wellness aisle because their landscape was their pharmacy. They didn't buy berries that were bred to survive a 3-week truck ride from South America. They grew berries that survived the winter and thrived in the dirt beneath their feet. You don't need to spend $10 a pound for premium fruit. Pick 2 or 3 plants from this list. Find a nursery that sells bare root stock this winter. It's cheaper and establishes faster. Plant them in the spring. By next year, you'll be harvesting nutrition that makes the grocery store look like a joke. If you're ready to stop buying health and start growing it, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 13 legends are you planting first? I'll see you in the next one.